most of the seeds we grow in Ghana are imported. We have gotten our scientists at University of Ghana, Waki, our scientists at CSIR Crop Research Institute to breed variety.
Issues with climate change, and currently we are trying to support tomato production. We know that in Ghana,
at the beginning they were not too sure about what was ahead of them.
Every day, Ghanaian kitchens come alive with a vibrant red of tomatoes in stews, soups and sauces. But behind the staple lies a national crisis and a scientific solution waiting to blossom. Ghana imports over 70% of its fresh tomatoes, while local farmers struggle to meet just a fraction of national demand. But in the labs of CSIL, Center for Crop Research Institute in Kumasi, a quiet revolution is brewing, a breakthrough that could transform Ghana's food security. Meet the principal research scientist and tomato breeder at CSIL Crops Research Institute Kumasi, Dr. Michael Kwabnose, and his team as they take us through every single step in the development of two tomato varieties, CRI Kwabna Kwabna and CRI Copia, bred for Ghana's unique climate and soil conditions. Behind the preparation and the process of selecting the best seedlings to producing these high-yielding and resilient tomato seedlings is a display of a unique scientific and technological process.
For us to get a breeder seed, which subsequently will give it a foundation seed, when we harvest them, we bring them here, first to sort them out. Of course, there will be few off types. And then after the sorting out, as you can see here, we first also wash them with clean water to prevent any debris or soils or anything on the fruit. After which we use a process we call fermentation method or seed extraction. Of course, there exist several ways of extracting, but this one is so easy that just overnight you can extract your seeds. And so without wasting my time, I'll just leave you with our sister who will take us through exactly what we do after washing, how we cut, how we extract the seeds, leave them overnight, and quickly the pulps will be out for you to get the seeds. What to do.
Perfect, Nyaho.
Okay.
So when the tomatoes come, we wash it and sort it. After the moment we are sorting it, we cut it and I squeeze it. So you get the seed simple. After that, we leave it about 2 days and raise it. That's all.
The foundation seeds are produced in the greenhouse here at the CSIL Crops Research Institute. These seeds produced are resistant to common pests and adapted to drought-prone areas.
The CSIL Crops Research Institute in 2022 released two tomato varieties, CRI Kwabna Kwabna and Copia tomato. These varieties are unique in terms of earliness to maturity, making them resilient. They are high yielding, giving as high as 20 tons per hectare, and open pollinated tomato. Apart from that, the breast total soluble solid is very high. We are recording 6.3 upwards, which is far higher than the standard of 4.5. It is also tolerant to leaf blight and early blight. Now, after the release, we receive funding from Copia and then FSRP to produce seeds. What you see here is breeder seed production. Now, it has to go through 3 seed production processes. One is the breeder seed production, and then a foundation seed, which is often done on the field. And then we have MOU with a private organization to produce what we call certified seed. It is a certified seed which is packed and made available to the public for use. More importantly, our farmers. Currently, what we have here is the breeder seed. It is out of the breeder seed that we take seeds to produce the foundation seed. And then for the private person to produce certified seed, he has to come to us to also collect the foundation seed to produce certified seed on a big area of land. Now, you agree with me that as we speak, there's high demand for tomato.
Developed through years of research and collaboration, the two tomato varieties could reduce Ghana's reliance on imports and put money back in the hands of farmers. With this new breakthrough in tomato production, what is the level of acceptability of this new seed among Ghanaian farmers?
In terms of consumer acceptability, the varieties released by CSI Crop Research Institute, CRI Kwabena and Copia Tomato, are very firm, and then they have high shelf life. And so for every Ghanaian who is fan of eating a lot of tomato, these are the most attributes that they will look for: firmness, and then of course the fact that it has high shelf life. I must also add that when it's ripe, it's very red, so it's very appealing, which will first attract the consumer to get it. Now, this is not just only for fresh market, it's both for processing and then the fresh market, because it has high Brix, total soluble solid, more than 6%. The standard is 4.5, but ours is given more than 6, making it suitable for processing.
Challenges ranging from limited funding for seed multiplication to delays in certification and poor extension services, among many others, remain critical to advancing this new scientific innovation.
So the varieties released by CSI Crop Research Institute are not a panacea to all the challenges associated with tomato production. There are issues with high temperature, there are issues with viruses, there are issues with bacterial or soil-borne disease, including nematode and the rest. Ours is tolerant to late blights and then early blights. But I want to say, if we receive more funding, these are some of the directions we can do to be able to solve some of these problems and then reduce importation from places like Burkina Faso. Now, among these diseases or challenges, tomato yellow leaf curve viral disease is of economic importance. This is a viral disease that can wipe the entire field, and the only way to solve is to come out with resistant varieties. So this is where we call all donors, all organizations, all who can really help to fund research, and then we have the capacity to develop resistant varieties to solve the problem. I must indicate, as we speak, demand for tomato is very high. Annually, consumers in Ghana require more than 1 million metric tons of tomato to be able to survive, to use in various, dishes that we prepare. But with this, we can only contribute 50% from the production that we have from our farmers here. It tells you that a lot needs to be done. Several times we have seen importation of seeds from other countries, but because these were not developed in our climate, they come in after the second season, they all succumb to the biotic stresses here. So once we have the research capacity and we get funding, we can research to actually fight all the biotic stresses here. In the current climatic change, where temperature is high, most tomato flowers tend to fall. We need to develop heat-tolerant lines. This requires funding for research to carry out such activities so that we can, mitigate some of the challenges associated with climate change. And by so doing, we can reduce importation to the minimum.
In Wenchi, Agri-Commercial Services specializes in greenhouse vegetable production and is involved in certified seed production. Agri-Commercial Services collaborates with institutions like the University of Ghana, WACCI, and CSIR Crops Research Institute to breed new tomato varieties. Agri-Commercial Services takes the foundation seeds from CSIR Crops Research and produces certified seeds for farmers. Mr. Kwabena Edwijemfi is the Managing Director of Agri-Commercial Services.
We whole objective is to produce certified seeds of tomato for farmers in Ghana. Most of the seeds we grow in Ghana are imported, and the breeder in South Africa, in Israel, that is producing seeds, he's not thinking of Ghana. He's thinking of his own country and the weather there, or his markets. And so we have gotten our scientists at University of Ghana, WACCI, our scientists at CSIR Crop Research Institute to breed varieties for Ghana. And our job is to produce certified seeds for sale to farmers so that they do it. You can get good quality, which the market likes, firm, juicy tomatoes, which the market likes. And then we'll be happy to also get some to the factory. There are about 6 tomato processing factories in Ghana. And those who are actively processing import concentrates from China and other countries. We want to see how we can help in doing our work in such a way that the farmers can produce fresh tomatoes to feed these factories and also for the fresh market.
Farmers are excited about the innovation in tomatoes production in Ghana, and I hope that this lessens their over-reliance on imports from Burkina Faso. The farmers shared their views on the breakthrough.
Every year, Kafi Basheni wo do amuwe ebo. She no na mekeba hawo. Na can see the ebo. Dane, wa ya Burkina, no wa ya here amu. Eja keshika eba shi Ghana. Ni eba fe se na mo hawo. Ni ke wo bi you te huwe ka wo fe ni amu fe ojugba. No ni ameju fe keje amu du omiji. Ko ofe amu shika no ba fite. Ni ka o fite shika ona se na mo. Kenyu mojo afine wo ba shika. Ni wo ba han Ghana hu afi proud. Eja ke Burkina ameba kase amu du mo keje bolga upper east. But because of nine ko do amu na egbo ameba overtake awo ni oba na ke shika ni akaya fiti oje ke shika higana oye ni.
With a strong connection between researchers and farmers building trust, training and giving the needed support, Ghana is likely to become self-reliant in tomato production practices. The way forward lies in bridging the gap through policy reform, public awareness, and stronger farmer-scientist partnerships.
It's a project called the Food Systems Resilience Project, and it is being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and being funded by the World Bank. And it's being implemented as a regional project in the West African countries. So we are implementing this project because of the climate. We have issues with climate change, and currently we are trying to support tomato production. We know that in Ghana, most of our population will depend a lot on tomatoes. So the Norwegian government also provided some grants through this project to implement so that we bridge the gap of the importation of tomatoes, especially during the dry season. So we are supporting the private sector to produce certified seeds for our farmers to go into production.
We need the traders to carry this out. So we have engaged with the Ghana National Tomato Traders and Transporters Association to facilitate the marketing of the tomatoes that the farmers have produced through the FSRP Norwegian Tomato Support Program. What we have observed is that the yields have come out well. The quality of the tomatoes are good. I think they can compete with any tomatoes on the market. And the farmers are encouraged to do production maybe in the next season.
Initially, farmers were about to give up tomato production because of insect pest menace. As you can see, this is our demo field. So the other side, we went and you saw the production side where you saw the produce. So most of the farmers, they sold, they did first harvesting, second harvesting, even third harvesting. So they sold and then they had a lot of money. So going forward, I will plead with FSRP to continue with the support, because it will go a long way to elevate the poverty level of our farmers here.
With Ghana's post-harvest losses estimated at 30 to 50%, innovations in storage, logistics and value addition are also key to securing our food future. In the hands of farmers, in the minds of scientists, in the dreams of a nation lies the seed of hope. To feed Ghana, we must first believe in and invest in the science, systems and people who can grow our future.